They say some roads remember things. Interstate 5 is one of the busiest highways on the West Coast, stretching like a spine through California, Oregon, and Washington. But just north of Eugene, Oregon, near mile marker 203, something happens that truckers don't talk about over coffee. Not if they've been there. The stories always start the same way. A long-haul trucker, riding solo, tired but alert, driving through the foggy blackness of early morning. Then comes the time. 3:11 a.m. Sharp. That's when it appears. A gas station, glowing a sickly green like radioactive sludge. No sign, no brand, just a dusty old station straight out of 1958. 2 rusted pumps, flickering overhead lights, a vending machine with snacks that haven't existed in decades, and a single glass door that creaks open on its own. Most drivers speed past, but the unlucky ones, they stop. Ray Hollister had been trucking for 17 years. Army veteran, level-headed, not a guy who believed in ghost stories. He was headed north from Sacramento to Portland with a load of medical equipment. Behind schedule, exhausted, eyes burning, his GPS was glitching, and he didn't even realize what time it was until the clock on his dash ticked to 3:11. Then he saw it, a gas station where none had ever been. Pale green lights blinking through the mist. One pump, one store, everything about it felt wrong. Ray hesitated. His tank was half full, but curiosity won. He pulled in, no sound but the low hum of the lights above. The air smelled like burnt plastic and copper. He got out, walked up to the pump, and froze. The nozzle was already loose, hanging like it had been used recently. But the pump didn't show numbers. Just symbols he couldn't read, glowing faint red. Still, he pumped. The liquid that came out wasn't gas. It was thick, black, sluggish like oil mixed with tar. It smelled like rotting meat and ashes. But his truck accepted it. No error codes, no warning. He went inside to pay. The clerk didn't blink, just stared. An old man, skin pale as wax, thin black hair clinging to a cracked scalp. His lips never moved, but Ray heard a voice in his head. Payment received. That's all. Ray walked out, climbed into his truck, and drove off. He didn't remember the next 72 hours. They found him 3 days later. Not far from Portland, wandering barefoot in the rain along the side of the highway. His eyes were completely burned out, charred black holes where color and light used to be. But he wasn't screaming, he was whispering, over and over. It never needed gas, it never needed gas, it never needed gas. He was placed in a psychiatric hospital. No ID on him. No phone, just his truck, abandoned in perfect condition at a rest stop, locked from the inside. The black fuel tank was empty. Not drained, just hollow, like it never held anything at all. Doctors tried to diagnose him, but no drugs worked. No therapy helped. His mind was shattered, but not from trauma. It was like something had crawled into him and made a home. They scanned his brain, parts of it were overactive. Other parts were just gone. Ray's whispering never stopped, but eventually, it changed. One night, a nurse caught him smiling. It's still out there, he whispered. Waiting to be fed again. That was the night the nurse vanished. Since Ray, others have claimed to see the green glowing station. Not always at mile marker 203. Sometimes it's near 217. Sometimes 194. It moves, like it's hunting. Truckers talk about it in hushed tones. The ones who drive at night, especially. They know the rules now. Don't look for it, don't stop, and whatever you do, don't pump that black fluid. Because it's not gas, it feeds on attention. Curiosity, the desire to know. Once you give it those things, it gives something back, but the price is always more than you wanted to pay. And if you ever find yourself alone on I-5 at exactly 3:11 a.m. with the fog rolling in and a soft green light glowing in the distance, drive faster. Don't blink, don't wonder, because it's not a gas station. It's something else, something that never runs out of customers.